welcome to another deep dive with us.
Yeah.
Where we're going to be going beyond the surface
Right.
of a pretty incredible author and a work in history.
For sure.
We're going to be looking closer at John Bunyan,
Yeah.
at his masterpiece, The Pilgrim's Progress.
A book that's captivated readers for centuries, really.
It really has.
And we're going to unpack why.
Yeah.
We'll explore excerpts from To Live Upon God, Who is Invisible,
Okay.
a collection of Bunyan's writings.
Right.
And of course, delve into the rich allegory of the Pilgrim's Progress itself.
That's right.
Yeah.
Our mission today,
Yes.
our mission today is to uncover how Bunyan's incredibly challenging life
Yeah.
directly shaped his writing and why it continues to resonate so
Right.
deeply with readers
Uh-huh.
even today.
Even today.
Now, you might not associate a best-selling author
Right.
with someone who spent 12 years in prison,
Exactly.
but that's precisely John Bunyan's story.
That is, it's remarkable, isn't it?
Yeah.
In 17th century England,
Okay.
religious freedom was limited.
Right.
The Church of England held a prominent position,
Okay.
and other denominations like the Baptists,
Right.
to which Bunyan belonged, faced restrictions.
So Bunyan's call to preach wasn't exactly met with open arms.
Not quite.
He didn't have a license
Yeah.
from the Church of England,
Mm-hmm.
and his Baptist teachings
Right.
often clashed with the established order.
They did.
This led to his repeated imprisonments,
Yes.
a testament to his unwavering commitment to his faith.
Imagine that. 12 years of his life behind bars,
Wow.
separated from his family,
Right.
and supporting them by making shoelaces.
I mean, talk about commitment.
Talk about commitment.
Wow.
This experience of suffering and resilience
Yeah.
deeply permeates his writing, particularly The Pilgrim's Progress,
Yeah.
where the Christian life is depicted as a perilous journey
Right.
filled with obstacles.
It wasn't a journey that he was unfamiliar with.
No, not at all.
He was living it.
He was.
And you could really feel that authenticity in his work.
Absolutely.
It wasn't just Bunyan who suffered, though.
Right.
His wife, Elizabeth, also played a crucial role in his story.
Oh, absolutely.
There's this incredible account of her bravely petitioning for his release.
She did.
She stood up to authorities,
Yeah,
fearlessly defending his right to preach,
she did.
arguing that it was as essential to him as breathing.
Yeah.
She even highlighted the hardship
Yeah.
his imprisonment brought to their family,
Right.
including their blind daughter,
Yeah.
who depended on his work.
Now, that's a woman of strength and conviction.
Yeah, it is.
Even with her steadfast support, though,
Yeah.
Bunyan grappled with the decision to continue preaching,
Right.
knowing the hardship it caused his family. There's this poignant passage
Okay.
where he describes the pain of leaving his loved ones,
Okay.
especially his blind daughter,
Right.
to face those challenges.
It really humanizes him, doesn't it?
It does. It really
That
does.
shows that
Yeah.
he was wrestling with these weighty decisions,
Yeah,
balancing his calling with the love for his family.
that's right.
His sacrifice, born out of this struggle,
Yeah.
ultimately gave rise to a book
Yeah.
that has touched countless lives.
It has.
The Pilgrim's Progress.
The Pilgrim's Progress.
It's truly a literary phenomenon.
Yes.
We're
Right.
talking about one of the world's best-selling books,
Yeah.
translated into over 200 languages.
I know.
It's been embraced by everyone,
Yeah.
from everyday readers
Mm-hmm.
to literary scholars.
It's a paradox, isn't it?
It is.
A seemingly simple tale,
Yeah.
yet so layered with meaning.
Yeah.
It weaves together narrative, travelogue, quest adventure, allegory,
Yeah.
even touches of satire and humor.
It's a rich tapestry
It is
of literary genres,
a rich tapestry of literary genres.
all serving to illuminate
Yeah.
the complexities of the spiritual journey.
That's right.
And when approaching this allegory,
Yeah.
it's essential not to miss the importance of the literal level, as the vivid imagery,
Right.
and the physical experiences of the characters are crucial for grasping the deeper spiritual meanings.
Precisely.
Let's take Giant Despair, for instance.
Yeah.
Before he becomes an allegory
Right.
for spiritual and psychological struggles,
Yes.
he is first and foremost a terrifying giant.
A terrifying giant.
That visceral fear,
Yes.
the feeling of being trapped,
Yeah.
that's what makes the allegorical representation of inner turmoil
Yes.
so potent.
Right.
Bunyan doesn't shy away from depicting those raw human experiences.
No, he doesn't.
And that's part of the book's enduring power.
Uh-huh.
You have to feel the weight of Christian's literal burden on his back
Absolutely.
to fully appreciate the relief he experiences
That's right.
when it falls off at the cross.
That's right.
That physical act carries immense symbolic weight,
Yes, it does.
representing freedom from sin and guilt.
Absolutely.
And this journey from the city of destruction
yeah,
towards the celestial city
right.
is filled with such vivid encounters.
It is.
Christian, our protagonist, faces a series of trials
Yeah,
that resonate with the human experience on such a profound level.
they do.
Like the slough of despond.
Oh, the slough of despond.
That feeling of being bogged down by doubt and despair,
Right.
unable to move forward,
Yeah.
is something many of us can relate to.
Absolutely.
And then there's the encounter with Mr. Worldly Wise Man, a
Yes.
smooth talker
He is.
who offers seemingly easy solutions,
Uh-huh.
but ultimately leads Christian astray.
Yeah.
He represents the allure of worldly temptation
He does. He does.
that can derail us from our true path.
Mr. Worldly Wise Man's charm
Right.
and appeal to logic
Yeah.
highlight the seductive nature of those distractions that pull us away from our values.
And in contrast to those tempting detours,
Yeah.
we have Evangelist,
Right.
who acts as a guide
Yeah.
and a source of encouragement, offering hope and direction when Christian needs it most.
That's right.
He represents that unwavering inner voice,
Yes.
urging us towards our higher purpose.
That's right.
What stands out to you
Yeah.
about the characters Christian encounters?
Um
Do any of them resonate with you in particular?
Honestly, I think they all hold up a mirror to
Yeah.
different aspects of ourselves.
Right.
We all have those moments of doubt and despair,
Yeah.
like Christian in the slough of despond.
Right.
And we've all been tempted by
Yeah.
the shortcuts offered by figures like Mr. Worldly Wise Man.
I think that's what makes Bunyan's work so enduring.
It does.
It taps into these universal struggles
Yeah.
that transcend
Yeah.
time and cultural boundaries.
Yes.
It's a story about the human condition
Yeah.
as much as it is about spiritual allegory.
It is.
And it's a
really-
journey that
Yeah.
unfolds
Yeah.
with incredible detail and depth.
Right.
From the allure of Vanity Fair,
Yes.
a bustling marketplace
Yeah.
representing the temptations of the material world,
Mhm.
to the respite offered by the Delectable Mountains.
Yes.
Symbolizing moments of spiritual clarity and renewal,
Absolutely.
Bunyan masterfully captures the
Yeah.
complexities
Yeah.
of the path towards spiritual fulfillment.
And let's not forget the chilling encounter
Right.
with giant despair
Right.
and the dungeon of doubt and castle.
Wow.
It's a harrowing reminder
Yeah.
that even the most faithful
Right.
can be consumed by doubt and fear,
Yeah.
but also a testament to the enduring power of hope.
Right.
Remember, they eventually escaped
Wow.
using the key called promise,
Oh, okay.
a symbol of clinging to faith,
Yeah.
even in the darkest of times.
Right.
And just when you think the journey is nearing its end,
Yeah.
they face the enchanted ground,
Okay.
a subtle but dangerous place
Right.
where complacency and spiritual slumber threaten to derail them.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that
Yeah.
spiritual growth is an ongoing process,
It is.
requiring constant vigilance
Mhm.
and a commitment to staying awake.
But, there's so much more to unpack here,
There is.
especially when we consider how this deeply personal work,
Yeah.
born out of Bunyan's own trials,
Mhm.
became a global phenomenon.
Exactly.
How did this book,
Yeah.
penned by a man imprisoned for his beliefs,
Right.
rise to such prominence?
Yeah.
And what valuable lessons can we learn
Right.
from his life and writing
Yeah.
centuries later?
Centuries later.
We'll delve into those questions and more
Absolutely.
right after. Well, we're not taking a break, are we?
No.
We're diving straight in.
Diving straight into part 2.
Let's go.
It's fascinating to consider the reception of the Pilgrim's Progress back in Bunyan's time. You mentioned this earlier, but it wasn't exactly an instant hit with everyone, was it? You're right. It's almost ironic considering its status today.
Yeah.
While it immediately resonated with the common people,
Right.
the intellectual and literary elite of the time initially dismissed it.
Why was that? It's hard to imagine anyone dismissing a work
Right.
as powerful as the Pilgrim's Progress.
I think part of it was Bunyan's background.
Okay.
He wasn't a scholar or a member of the literary establishment. He
Right.
was a tinker,
Right.
a preacher who
Yeah.
spoke directly to the hearts of everyday people in plain language.
Right.
Some critics found his style too simple,
Yeah.
lacking the sophistication they valued in literature.
So they were blinded by their own biases,
It seems that way.
unable to see the brilliance of his storytelling and
Yeah.
the depth of his insights.
But as Lord Macaulay observed,
Yeah.
The Pilgrim's Progress is perhaps the only book
Yeah.
where the educated minority eventually came to agree with the common people's opinion.
I love that it's like they finally woke up and realized what a treasure they'd been overlooking.
Exactly. The power of Bunyan's storytelling. His ability to capture the universal human experience of searching for meaning and purpose ultimately transcended those initial prejudices.
Right.
And I believe that's where his personal suffering plays a crucial role.
Okay.
He wasn't writing from a place of privilege or detachment.
Right.
He was writing from the depths of his own experience.
Yeah.
And that authenticity shines through in every page.
His suffering allowed him to connect with readers on a visceral level.
Absolutely.
To offer comfort and guidance to those facing their own hardships.
Absolutely. It's as if he had earned the right to speak about these themes because he had lived them so intensely.
Right.
And that deep empathy for his fellow human beings extends beyond the Pilgrim's Progress.
Yeah.
It's evident in his pastoral letters and other writings as well.
Okay.
Even from prison.
Yeah.
He continued to minister to his congregation, offering words of hope and encouragement.
There's a moving passage in one of his letters.
There is.
Where he expresses his longing to continue serving his flock.
Yeah.
Even from behind bars. It speaks volumes about his unwavering commitment to his calling.
It does.
Even in the face of unimaginable hardship.
It makes you wonder what Bunyan would think of the world today.
Yeah.
His book, written centuries ago, during a time of immense upheaval, continues to resonate with readers across cultures and generations.
It does.
It's a testament to the timelessness of the themes he explores.
The struggles with faith, doubt, temptation, and the search for meaning.
Exactly.
Those are human experiences that transcend any particular era.
Precisely. He wrote during a specific historical context, but the core questions he grapples with are universal.
Right.
They speak to something fundamental about the human condition.
So what can we as modern readers glean from this deep dive into John Bunyan's life and work?
I think it offers a powerful reminder that even in the midst of suffering, even when life feels like one giant slough of despond, there's still hope.
Yes. And it challenges us to examine our own journeys.
Absolutely.
What burdens are we carrying?
Right.
What metaphorical sloughs of despond or vanity fairs do we encounter on our own paths?
Right.
And how can we, like Christian in the Pilgrim's Progress, find the strength and resilience to keep moving forward, even when the path seems impossible?
Those are profound questions.
They are.
And there are no easy answers.
Right.
But perhaps that's the point. Maybe Bunyan's work isn't about providing us with all the answers, but rather prompting us to ask the right questions.
It's about encouraging us to engage in that ongoing process of self-discovery and spiritual growth. To grapple with the complexities of life and faith.
And maybe it's also about finding solace and inspiration in the stories of those who have gone before us. Those who have faced their own giants and emerged transformed by their experiences.
You know, as we've been talking about Bunyan's struggles and his unwavering faith, I keep thinking about a section in To Live Upon God, who is invisible, where he talks about dealing with enemies and navigating conflict.
That's right.
Given his own experiences with persecution.
Right.
No surprise he had some insightful things to say on that topic.
He did. He even goes so far as to say that God uses those difficult times, those winters, as he calls them, to refine us, to help us grow and bear fruit.
And he uses this striking analogy of trees in certain countries that grow tall but don't bear fruit because they never experience winter.
That's right.
He suggests that without those challenges, without those periods of hardship and testing, we become complacent and don't develop the resilience we need to truly thrive.
Right.
It's a radical concept, isn't it?
It is.
To see adversity not as something to simply endure, but as a potential catalyst for growth.
And he takes it a step further by suggesting that even our enemies, those who oppose us, can play a role in our spiritual development.
That's a powerful concept.
It is.
Instead of viewing them as obstacles, we can see them as potential teachers, pushing us to confront our own weaknesses and grow stronger.
It's a testament to Bunyan's depth of thought and the profound way in which his personal experiences shaped his understanding of the world.
It makes you realize that The Pilgrim's Progress is just one facet of his rich legacy.
Right.
His wisdom extends far beyond that single work.
Absolutely. His writings offer a treasure trove of insights into the human heart, and his unwavering faith in the face of adversity continues to inspire and challenge us centuries later.
It does.
And, thinking about his advice on navigating conflict and seeing enemies as potential catalysts for growth, I can't help but draw a parallel to Christian's journey in the Pilgrim's Progress.
I see it too. Every challenge he faces, every character he encounters, ultimately contributes to his transformation.
Exactly.
Even the seemingly negative encounters, like his time in Vanity Fair, or his imprisonment by Giant Despair, serve to refine his character and deepen his understanding.
It's as if Bunyan is suggesting that true growth often comes from confronting our fears, embracing our weaknesses, and learning from those who challenge us.
And that's a message that resonates deeply with me.
It is.
It's a reminder that our journey isn't about avoiding challenges, but about learning to navigate them with grace, resilience, and a willingness to grow.
And speaking of journeys, our exploration of John Bunyan's life and work is nearing its end. But before we conclude, there's one final thought I want to leave you with.
As we wrap up our deep dive into the life and works of John Bunyan, I can't help but think about his own words in To Live Upon God, Who is Invisible. He writes about the importance of showing mercy, even to those who persecute you. He advocates for understanding their perspective, choosing compassion over anger, and forgiveness over bitterness.
It's quite remarkable. Considering his own experiences with persecution, it would have been easy for him to harbor resentment and bitterness, but instead he chooses to rise above it. He seems to be suggesting that holding on to anger only poisons the person who holds it.
It's such a powerful message, especially in today's world where it's so easy to get caught up in these cycles of anger and division. It makes me think that true strength lies not in retaliation, but in the courage to choose forgiveness and understanding.
I agree. And it ties back beautifully to the themes of resilience and perseverance that we see in this. The Pilgrim's Progress. Christian's journey is full of challenges and encounters with those who oppose him, but he never gives up. He keeps moving forward, even when faced with adversity.
It's as if Bunyan is saying that the true test of character lies not in the absence of challenges, but in how we respond to them. Do we allow them to embitter us, or do we use them as opportunities for growth and transformation?
It's a question worth pondering, isn't it? What personal burdens are we carrying? What metaphorical sloughs of despond or Vanity Fairs do we encounter on our own paths? And how can we, like Christian, find the strength to navigate those challenges and emerge stronger on the other side?
These are questions that each listener will have to answer for themselves. But I think Bunyan's work offers a powerful framework for approaching those challenges. He shows us that faith, perseverance, and a willingness to learn from our experiences are essential tools for navigating the complexities of life.
And he reminds us that we don't have to face those challenges alone. Just as Christian had his companions along the way, faithful, hopeful, and even those who challenged him, like Mr. Worldly Wise Man. We too have resources and support systems to help us along our journey. Sometimes those companions come in the form of friends and family, sometimes in the form of mentors and teachers, and sometimes in the form of the books and stories that inspire us.
Speaking of inspiring books, I have a feeling this deep dive might have sparked a desire in our listener to experience the Pilgrim's Progress firsthand.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's a book that has the power to speak to people on so many different levels, whether you approach it as a work of literature, a spiritual allegory, or simply a captivating story. There's something in it for everyone.
And as we conclude our deep dive, I want to leave you with one final thought. John Bunyan was a man who faced incredible adversity. He was imprisoned for his beliefs, separated from his family, and yet he never lost hope. He used his experiences to create a work of art that has inspired and challenged readers for centuries. His story is a testament to the human spirit's ability to find meaning and purpose, even in the darkest of times.
And his legacy extends far beyond the pages of the Pilgrim's Progress. His wisdom, his insights into the human heart, and his unwavering faith in the face of adversity continue to resonate with us today, offering guidance and inspiration for our own journeys.
So as you go about your day, consider the lessons we've uncovered in this deep dive. Think about the burdens you carry, the challenges you face, and the companions who walk alongside you. And remember, like Christian in the Pilgrim's Progress, you have the strength and resilience to navigate any obstacle that comes your way.
Until next time, fellow deep divers, keep seeking, keep questioning, and keep exploring the depths of knowledge and experience.